I have a message for you. And also I'm going to pull a card, an oracle card. First of all, I'd want to say, on the way out here, and I was getting my watermelon. That's what I eat for breakfast, and some of the watermelon crashed onto onto the floor, and I didn't get upset about it. I just kind of went, oh, okay, and I cleaned it up. A lot of times, in the past, I would be, I'd get upset with myself because, I made a clumsy mistake like that, or, and like it's frustrating because then you have to clean it up, and it, maybe it will stain something or whatever. But I didn't get mad at myself, and I just said, okay, and I just cleaned it up. And I want to tell you that it's okay. I know we all know this. We know it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be clumsy, and to have clumsy moments and things. And we know that. We know that. We've been told that, but we often find ourselves beating ourselves up, even though we know that. Okay. Well, I'm just bringing it back, telling me that life is messy. We're going to have moments like that, and there's no reason to be upset by it, like just do what you gotta do, clean it up, don't get too sucked into, because if I really think about it, why do I get upset? Why do we get upset when we have like a clumsy moment like that? There could be several reasons why. There could be past programming, or traumas, or whatever, related to that. So your reaction might be bigger than what it should be, right? So I'm not dismissing that. I'm just saying, why do we do that in general? When we know life is messy and things aren't going to go exactly as expected, we're going to have little glitches and things that happen. And that was just like, that's the equivalent of spilling milk, right? And that saying, don't cry over spilled milk. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point, is like, can we get to a place where we're comfortable with the tiny little glitches that happen, that show up as our clumsy movement through our life, and can we show up as, as can we soothe that inner child and say, it's okay, it's not a big deal, it happens to everyone, and this is just how life is. It's messy, and it's okay for things like that to happen. When it happens, you just go, okay, and you just clean it up. But like, don't dwell on, don't internalize those feelings, and like start labeling yourself as, in whatever ways you do that. Don't start internalizing that negative feeling of, I screwed up, I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving because I'm not perfect. I'm not, you know, don't do that to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. And I have a couple friends here. Sapphire was in my last video that I just did. She's here to offer some support. But then Ava wanted to come in. This is Ava Avocado. She loves to give hugs, and she's a very healing avocado, and she just wants to tell you, give yourself a hug when things like that happen. Give yourself a hug. If you have to do it physically, do it. If you don't need it physically, you know, just internally give yourself a hug. Give that inner child a hug and say, it's okay. This happens to everybody, and everything's okay. We can just clean it up. You know, it's okay. We can just clean it up. It's not a big deal. All right. So they wanted to be here to tell you that, and now I am going to pull a card and apologize. Well, I apologize. I don't know. Should I apologize? I have to meet my own needs, and so that means I have to sit here and eat watermelon while I do this. So yeah, I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna do what I need to do to fulfill my needs. Okay, and this is what I need to do in this moment, but I also wanted to share this message, and I'm going to pull a card. I've already shuffled these, but I am going to, yeah. Oh my gosh, why? I just got this yesterday. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull another card after this, but I will tell you a different thing that I'm getting right now for this card. And if you want to get the other, like yesterday I pulled a card and this card came out, and I shuffled really well too. Okay, but I think there's another thing that maybe I missed yesterday, another message that wants to come out, and that is exactly with Whispers of the Ocean. Okay, let's consider ourselves as an ocean. All right, and what are the things that what are the whispers? You're the messenger. This is the mermaid, that's you. You're in the ocean. Your spirit, you're in the ocean, okay? This is your ocean. I know this is kind of out there, but let's just say you're the one doing the whispering. You're the one giving the messages to yourself. I'm going to go with this again, you know, like this, like we were just talking about, inner child. I'm going to say that the mermaid is your inner child. That's within you, within your ocean, right? The inner child within you. And these little creatures are giving her messages, okay? And excuse me, this isn't really thought out. I'm just going with it. We are giving ourselves messages, okay? And this is our inner child, okay? We are giving our inner child messages all the time. And the messages are whispered to that inner child. And you know, the self-talk, the things you say to yourself internally, that's going to your inner child. And, because that inner child is the most innocent part of you. And you're talking to yourself. Whenever you talk to yourself, it's like you're talking to a child. And if you're talking to that child in a way where that child is feeling unloved, belittled, made to feel small and unimportant, then you might want to examine the things that you're whispering to yourself and to your inner child. And you might want to just examine that, like look at your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself? Because those whispers that you're giving to yourself, they are affecting you. It is affecting you, whether you think it is or not. It is, because what you tell yourself, and sometimes we repeat things that we've heard other people say to us, and then we internalize that and we keep saying that to ourselves over and over, and we're just beating ourselves up, and so, like, be careful the things that you hear other people say about you, or that are directed at you. Be careful that you don't adopt those things and start whispering those things internally, and and basically beating up that inner child. Be very careful that you don't do that. We need to, I'm gonna put this down. We need to whisper love and hugs and support to ourselves. If you wouldn't cognitively, consciously say hurtful, terrible things to a newborn baby, then don't say it to yourself. Okay? Don't allow those whispers of destruction. Don't allow those to be said by you about yourself, or even about anyone else. But we're really talking about ourselves right now, what we say to ourselves. Let everything come from love, and just love yourself, hug yourself. Know that when you make a mistake, that is okay. It's okay. It's not, it doesn't mean anything about your value or your worth. Okay? It does not mean anything about that. It doesn't reflect your value or your worth. All right. Then pull one more. All right, this one is 40. And it's the next part of your journey. And I'm gonna look at this real quick. I see a lot of blue and green in here, which is the heart and the throat chakra. The green is the heart chakra, the blue is the throat chakra. And so again, I want to emphasize speaking from the heart, speaking with love for yourself, to yourself, whispering that love to yourself. Okay? You don't have to do it in the form of affirmations. Just catch yourself in the moments where you have a clumsy moment or something and you start to beat yourself up. Flip that around and just like soothe that inner child and reassure the inner child that, hey, this has no reflection on your value. Everybody makes mistakes, and I love you. You're okay. We just have to clean it up. It's no big deal. Okay? Do that for yourself. Do that for others. And the next part of your journey. Okay, so that to me is like combining the throat chakra and the heart chakra. When we do that, when we speak to ourselves with love, like we're using both those chakras. Okay, and she's sitting on this rock, which I think that's suggesting to me that she has a very solid foundation of who she is. And it's almost like she's looking off gazingly into the future, and she's looking ahead, looking at where she's going next. Maybe you're in that limbo state right now, where you just kind of you're building that foundation for yourself, trying to figure out, who am I? What do I want to do with my life? Where do I go next? Kind of thing. And I think we're all kind of in that energy right now. I know I've been in it, and I'm still in it right now, and I'm trying to figure things out. And I think a lot of people are in that position right now. But look at this. I want you to notice that she has wings. She has the potential that she needs to go off in the direction that her soul is calling her to go, on the next part of her journey. She may be sitting, resting right now, and on this foundation that she's just built, and on these wings that she's just grown, and she's, she has these nice elf ears that help her to hear the whispers of I'm going to say the whispers of eternity, because that's what's coming to me right now. The whispers of eternity, because we are eternal beings. We're not only here in these bodies, we are here in these bodies for a short period of time, but like our souls are eternal. They last forever. Okay, and so she has these ears to hear the eternal whispers, the calling, the eternal calling of her soul, listening to that higher self, knowing that she's aligned, and she's like, so I'm just saying, if you're resonating with this, listen to your higher self. Listen to those whispers, those calling, that inspiration, that intuition that comes to you, that is, you feel it so deeply in your soul, and you just know that there's a direction for you. Maybe you don't know what that is yet, because it's going to unfold for you, but know that you are equipped with everything you need. You've made your foundation, you've grown your wings, you have your I'm going to talk about her long hair being an extension of her nervous system, okay? Because that's what hair is, right? It's an extension of our nervous system, and she's grown her hair very long. All right, and so she knows that she has a fully functioning nervous system that is able to receive, able to she's grown her nervous system. It's calm. She's able to use the things that she's learned. You're able to use the things that you've learned in regulating your nervous system, and for the next part of your journey, you will be ready. You will have built the foundation, grown the wings, and learn to use the ears to hear what you need to hear, that your soul is calling to you. And your nervous system is fully functional, grounded, and in your own energy and in the energy of the earth, and you're able to like just pull out everything that it is that you need, so that you can fly and you can got a little distracted. Sorry, someone came out. You can fly in the direction of your dreams and your wishes and everything that is meant for you for the next part of this journey in your life. You can do it because you're fully equipped, and because you've learned how to love yourself and how to support yourself and support your nervous system, and you're learning how to interact in the same way with other people, and allowing that kind of letting other people go through this same process, and encouraging them and supporting them in their journey as well, as they build their foundations, as they grow their wings, as they start learning how to listen to their higher self, to the universe, to God, to be aligned, and then regulating and soothing, calming their nervous systems, and just the preparation, all the preparation that goes into becoming a sovereign, authentic version of yourself on the soul level, so that you can fly off and live your dreams. And you have to start you have to start internally first. You have to build these foundations, and then you can experience the magic of living your dreams. And I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting close, though. I'm getting close. And I think we're all kind of in this, most of us are still in this those of you who are here listening to this, you're probably in this stage right now where you're in limbo, and you're waiting for those whispers to tell you what direction to go. But you're not resting place, but you're ready. You're ready for the next thing. You're ready for the next thing. You're ready to finally live the life that your soul came here to live. You're ready for that. So, yeah. Remember to be kind to that inner child. All right? Bye.